Hello friends, welcome to our channel Kids Moral Story.
So today we are going to tell you the story of Fire on the Beard.
What a grand picnic everyone had. They played and ate and splashed in the water till late evening. Ajja and Ajji had to drag them back home. That night the children tumbled into bed and were fast asleep even before Ajji switched off the lights. Quietly she tucked them in. The next morning there was no sign of anyone waking up. Ajja and Ajji went about their work, not waking the children, but when it was 10 o'clock, Ajji decided they had to wake up now. So she came into the room and found all four were up and chatting in bed. She looked at them for a while with her hands on the hips. Then she said, "So, I think you had enough rest. Now up all of you and wash up and get ready. I will give you your lunch by noon." And all the others jumped up except Anand. He grinned and said, "You know, I can live without food if I get to lie in bed all day." "Really?" Ajji said. So be it. Everyone else will. So be it. Everyone else lunch will be ready at 12. So be there on time. Oh, and those who lie around in bed will also miss the afternoon story. Then she walked off, trying to hide a smile. Anand and Miss Amil. He was the one who loved his food the most. Anand was quiet. The rest sprang out of their beds and went to brush their teeth and have bath. Soon the aroma of onion dosa, aroma means tempting smell of onion dosa, wafted through the house. It was too delicious to resist. Everyone gathered in the kitchen to help grind the dosa batter. By now, Anand was bored and hungry. Lying alone in the bed, he quietly went and took his bath. He was worried. What if Ajji had taken him seriously and not kept a share of the dosa for him? And what if he had to miss the day's story? When Ajji saw him appear at the kitchen to join him, she laughed and said, "You have become like Bridge." "Who is Bridge, Ajji?" So Ajji started her story while the children ate dosas.
It stretched out in the sun, yawned loud and long, and went back to sleep. Is Bridge a rich man on a holiday, or he has worked hard all day and just resting for a while? Neither. Bridge was the laziest fellow, most good for nothing fellow you will never meet.
You will ever meet.
He's just spent entire day lying around on his bed doing nothing and yawned. He was too lazy to even trim his beard, and it had gone right to his knees. Can you believe it? All day he sat around combing and admiring to doing nothing else. His mother would call him, his wife would scold him, but Dick was not one to mend his ways. They saw most conversations with his wife Shanti would go. Can you get me some water for the well? Can you get me some water for the well? There is no water in the house. The well is dry. There is no water there. Can you fetch water from the pond at least? The pond is too far. I can't walk too much for a pot of water. Then pluck those coconuts from the tree. Oh, those coconuts are still tender. Let's pluck them next month. What about getting some areca nuts from the tree then? Don't you know areca nuts are not good for health? Help me plow the field then. It is too hot. The sun will burn our skin. It's better if you two did not go there. Can you at least look after the house when I am in the field? There is nothing to look after in the house. And so soon Bridge would make excuses for not, and so on and on. Bridge would make excuses for not doing any work that was asked for him. And as his wife would lay out the meal, he would jump out of the bed saying, "Oh, you have prepared food for me with such love. It is my duty to eat it."
It is my duty to eat it.
And then he would gobble down all was given. When evening fell, Bridge would roll out of bed, comb his hair and beard, set off to meet his gang of friends, seeing how he managed to get out of doing any work. Many others in the village had decided to do the same. All these people had formed a club, the
Idlers.
The Idlers Club.
Idler means one who always sits lazy and who always lies on bed and who always eats and watches and gossips. Idler.
They called Idlers Club. They would meet every evening and sit around and talk about all kinds of things.
Bridge as the leader of the club would get to boast and the loudest and longest. One day the topic was who was the laziest of all, bathing every day in such a waste of time and precious water. I take bath once in 2 days. That way I
एक दिन में in 2 days one bath.
Yes, in 2 days one bath. That way I can save the water, said Manoj, the environmentalist. I never make my bed, boasted Suresh, the innkeeper. Why bother when you have to lie down in it once again at the end of the day? I eat my food out of the vessel in which it is cooked, claimed Raju the cook. Putting the food into the plate only increases the work for you. Will need to wash it too.
Increases the work for you. You will need to wash it too.
Now Bridge thought he should say something that would beat all these other tall tales. So he said, I am always cool and calm. Why, even if my beard were to catch fire, I would start digging a well at that time and never store water close at hand. As these discussions were happening, a real fire broke out in the village. It burned down buildings and roofs and sheds, crackling and throwing up sparks, making villagers run helter-skelter looking for water to douse the flames. The idlers' club heard all the commotion, but no one bothered to step out and see what was happening. What is going on? They only asked each other. Oh, nothing. Bridge dismissed the topic. Must be some circus or the other. So what were we talking about? By now the fire had spread to their road. It was fast making the way to the house where the idlers were sitting. It got hotter and hotter. Bridge's friends started sweating and getting nervous now. Soon the roof of the house caught fire. Still Bridge kept saying, don't worry, it will rain now and put this out. Then the wind is blowing in the opposite direction and will blow it down. We are really cool people. We should not be afraid of a fire. Finally, his friends could stand it no longer and rushed screaming out of the house. But Bridge was too stubborn.
Stubborn means shaitani.
The one who always refuses things.
Yes.
Stubborn and refused to move. Finally, the fire caught up with him and his beard started getting singed. Now even Bridge was scared. Help! He shouted. Now you can start digging the well. His friend suggested. Oh, get me
some water from the pond.
Bridge begged. That's too far away, the others shouted from outside. They were copying him because Bridge always says like this. So that is why they are copying them to teach him a lesson, a very good lesson. Maybe it will rain, they added. But by now the beard was burning away merrily and all Bridge could do was leap and dance away from the flames till suddenly there was splashes and splashes. Look at him. Look. The fire has caught his beard. Splashes and splashes of water. Someone was emptying cool water on the fire and putting it out. Bridge could not believe his luck. Who had saved him? Why, it was Shanti and many other women for the village who had worked hard and drawn water from wells and ponds to save their homes. Finally, Bridge learned his lesson. Being lazy and pretending to be cool had certainly not helped him in his hour of need. So he shaved off his half-burnt beard, woke up early each morning and did all that Shanti told him to do and more. So friends, write in comments, name the person who is very lazy and who is good for nothing fellow. Write in comments. What is the meaning of beard?
The meaning of beard is hair that grows on the chin and the cheeks of a man's face. Similar hair that grows on some animals like tiger and leopard and some animals like What is the meaning of pretend?
The meaning of pretend is to behave in a particular way in order to make other people believe that something that is not true. For
So-
example, the donkey has worn the lion skin and pretended to be a scary lion to scare away the villagers in case he was hungry.
So, friends,
pretending is not good. Okay?
So friends, sometimes it's good. So friends, subscribe to our channel
Hit the notification bell.
and press the like button.
Bye.